welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And today we focus on a category. It's Battle Royal week, but we threw in a third one. It's like a, AJ, what's a match with three contestants in a WWF match? Not a ladder match, I don't remember them, like a triangle death match or something. I'm not sure, but this one is a triangle death match because there are three contestants in this highly battled out vintage of 2004 in Brunello. Brunello within Tuscany, made from the Sangiovese Grosso grape, which is a kind of a specific type of Sangiovese. Big time wines. We've done several shows, and then search Brunello and just to link up the shows we've done on Brunello in the past, where we go more into the details of the origins of Brunello. But these are some of the top wines. 2004 is a very special vintage, probably one of the best since 97, 1990. A very acclaimed vintage, shown by the press. 95 points, Antonio Galloni, who's a great, tough wine critic. 95 points, Wine Spectator. 92 points, Wine Spectator. These wines don't fool around. Today's also a very special day, because my book, Crush It, comes out. Mott, link it up. Just making that little reference, Mott. I hope the link just popped up in the video. Keep it there for a minute, Mott. Keep it there. Keep it. If there's been anything I've ever done that you've liked, hook it up. Anyway, that's it for that. Let's get into the vinos. So clearly this episode is tomorrow, Mott. La Colombina, 2004, Brunello di Montalcino, 92 points, Wine Spectator, $38 US. Small, great little producer. I did some big damage with this producer in 1997, and was a big home run for us. I mean, we sold like 1,000 six-packs. It was insanity, man. It was like insane. It was such a hot vintage in Brunello. Big scores and all that. So anyway, some great color. Brunellos are never going to be too dark. The Sangiovese grape, you're going to be able to see your fingers through it. Kind of the color in between a Pinot Noir and a Cabernet. Man, I don't know if you're picking it up. Your nose sometimes picks this up. This is really aromatic. I mean, really can smell it all up in here. Let's get a little closer for a snippy snip. Beautiful sour cherries coming through. Almost like a, what is it, peppermint? The red and white candy that you get?
Starlight Mints.
Yeah, right? Like, is that peppermint? I get a little peppermint on the nose, believe it or not. Which I like. Also some really ripe raspberries coming through on the back end of the nose. Very aromatic wine. I'm enjoying it. Let's give it a whirl. Big ripe fruit. Nice. Ooh, this is good. Great structure. Nice and dry. I know a lot of you like dry mouth out there. So, you know, it's a very complex and dry. I get almost like a crushed rock minerality, believe it or not. Sometimes you see in white wines. A little bit of like, I like to call it like forest floor, right? It's just like the ground. So there's a little, you know, gaminess, a little bit of dirt. Very complex wine with big fruit still. I'm really kind of taken aback by this. It's a big, you know, if you want me to cut to the chase, which I know you always do, here's what's really happening to me. This is the lowest rated of the bunch. These two are supposedly much better scores, and this one pretty much rips my face off. This is downright delicious. I enjoy it. I want to eat the glass because I'm really like, I'm gravitating towards tasting more of it. I like the creaminess. I love the sweet and sour flavors that this wine brings to the table. I like the rosemary and the spice. This is a big time wine. I'm going to score it 94 plus points. I think it's spectacular. And at 38 bones, it's a value with a big V in the Brunello category. Once again, showing the excitement of this spectacular 04 vintage. Wow. Big start. Castelgiacondo from Frescoboldi, 2004, Brunello, 50 US bones, 95 points, Wine Spectator. Let's give it a rinse. I'm very curious if I'm in a good mood or a bad mood today, Mott, from last night's game. I'm really hoping I'm in a good mood. I'm really hoping. Braylon Edwards was amazing last night. Anyway, let's give this a little bit of a sniffy sniff. I'm going to whirl it up real good. Bigger, meaner wine. on this one. This is a darker wine right off the bat on the nose. Yeah, this is more of a dark kind of flavoring going on. I get a dark chocolate little thing going on. I get like mulberry, dark blackberry. Very much a meaner wine than the last one. Last one was much more of a finesse play. Had a little bit more of a feminine approach to it. This one is definitely more of a dude with maybe like a tattoo of like barbed wire, like cheesy dude. You know, definitely a dark wine. Let's give it a whirl. I mean, here's the bottom line. Lately, my palate has become so much more fond of Brunellos and Barolos in general. The Nebbiolo and the Sangiovese grape in general. And this is that continuation. This is a very much more New World style Brunello producer, and you feel it in the palate. This is almost like an imaginary blend of a classic Tuscan wine meeting and marrying a classic California girl. You know, just you're seeing nuances from both. I get some of that old world earth and kind of tar. I taste tar bubbles. If you've ever popped tar bubbles in the summertime and licked your finger, you know you did. This really has that element. Wild, big, explosive, oaky, fruit, California Napa Valley cult wine flavors start happening on the back end. An interesting blend of the two, neither really giving in. Strong relationship. They do this well. They do it really well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Little LL Cool J for the kids. I'm going to score this wine 93 points. Spectacular. Great effort. This show is kicking butt. And, I'm not sure we've ever gone with 187 points in two wines on Wine Library TV. I mean, it is a rarity for it to be this serious. But I'm going to tell you right now, I love this wine. I would tell you that I think 70 to 80% of you watching this right now would prefer this wine to the last wine because it is a little bit more approachable. It tastes better at some level for the normal consumer. Not that I'm anything special. I'm just saying that's my palate. I like a little bit more of the sourness and the dirt. But this is a little bit more sunshine, a little more fruit, a little smoother. It's very interesting. It's very good. Great wine. And this is really powerful. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's a good day. Maybe it's a good sign for my book tomorrow, Matt. Today.
Don't get crazy.
Today. Good sign for my book today. Il Pogione, 2004, Brunello di Montalcino. 95 points, Antonio Galloni, who is a tough critic. 53 bones. That is one serious score from Galloni. I'm dying to taste this wine. This comes in from Paterno, from Torlato Wines, Mott. So we had Tony on the show not too long ago. He's a legend. And let's see if this 04 Il Pogione is a legend. Sniffy sniff. Once again, great nose. Hey, this is a really, guys, let's stop bullcrapping. Go out and buy an 04 Brunello. I have a weird feeling that Mott and I could have made a good 04 Brunello. I mean, they're really consistent. This is spectacular. This is going to go down as a legendary show. I think. It's getting a little California-like. It's a big, bombastic Brunello. Really feeling the La Colombina, a little more classic style. But this is also, just smells really good. Lots of red fruit. Cranberries are coming through, which I like. Almost like candied cranberries. They've never made candied cranberries. What did you say about Storch?
Storch is soup.
Storch was in a suit just now? The super tasting tonight, yesterday. Big fruit coming through. I am also getting like taffy, like strawberry taffy flavors on the nose. It smells darn good, for lack of a better word. Let's go into it. Very meaty, big firm tannins. Jeez. I hate this show. I feel like a massive pushover. Wow. This is one of the best shows of Wine Library TV ever. I'm not even sold if it's not the best. This is an unbelievable trifecta of wines that none of them go over $53. I can say to you very easily that if you are able to find any one of these three wines, you should. I can tell you very easily that I've been tasting a lot of wine for a long time, and the 2004 Brunellos are one serious SOB of a vintage. These wines are very good. The economy is soft, so they have not been able to go up to the price points that they really deserve in the world. Top flight Brunello efforts are like this are easily equivalent to $90 to $140 Burgundy and Bordeaux's. This really takes me back to this. This is pure silk. I truly feel that if you went to like a department store and said, forget about that, go to like, where do they make great silk, man? Asia? I don't know. Show me your finest silk. And they brought it out, and you're like, excuse me. And you brought it over here, and you licked it. That's what this tastes like. The smoothness factor on this wine. Now that I have a reference point, Misha's Little Tush, really smooth. 4-month-old baby's skin, that's how smooth this wine is. It is absolutely just completely 100% smooth on the smooth factor scale. So, you know, if you've ever followed the SFS as much as I do, you would know that this is some serious smooth action, rounded out with gorgeous bright red fruit. Get some cherries on there. Give it one more shot. Just going to do something real quick if you don't mind. I apologize. Dry, too. Really serious dry finish. It's not a pushover wine. I love sour fruit, Mom. It's more sour. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go 93 plus points on this as well. Just a spectacular bottle of wine. I'm going to go for the least expensive as the top wine, ironically. But again, on a nuance of my palate, these are bigger wines. This is a little thinner. I kind of like that. There's a little bit more of a Bordeaux sensibility to this effort. But all in all, this is Redonkulous City, USA. This is RCU. Because these wines bring serious thunder. I've been electrocuted on the Thunder Show. 2004 Brunellos are ripping people's faces off. I am stunned by this. I really was interested in coming in here and punching some holes in the vintage. Not only did I not punch, I got knocked the F out in the first round. Big ups to Brunello di Montalcino, 2004. Across the board, we will continue this journey. I need to taste more because they're delish, and I'm really curious. And more importantly, please leave comments below with your experience of 04 Brunello. Question of the day, what is your favorite Brunello? Because you, with just an itsy-bitsy, itsy-witsy piece of me, we are changing the wine.